Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. This morning, Ms Tobago Heritage Personality 2024, Amaiya Yeates, joins us. Good morning, Amaiya.
Good morning, and good morning to the viewers as well.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm great, and you?
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on your recent crowning. Looking forward to the conversation this morning, but one of the first things that we need to know is what inspired you to take part in the pageant?
I was inspired by my mom. This was one of her dreams, and they only extended the years to take part by 40 only recently, so she didn't get a chance to take part in the competition. So I was inspired by my mom to live her dream, and I lived mine as well. So.
And you're going to be living out yours, of course, for the next year. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to do on your reign. Now, you said that you were inspired by your mom, but who would you say during your journey, rather, to this would have been the biggest influence, and why?
I would say my mom would be my biggest influence because she's my driving force behind everything I do. Not even this competition, but in life in general. And yes, I would say that she is the driving force behind everything I do. She's my influence rather than anybody else, I should say.
Understood. Now, of course, absolutely some beautiful images we're seeing here coming up, and we definitely need to speak about your winning of People's Choice and Best Gown Portrayal. But before we get to that, Amaiya, tell us, what was preparation like for Ms Tobago Heritage 2024?
Preparation was very tiring, and it was long days and long nights. And from my talents, from learning my talents, to rehearsing for my talents, to catching flights to do gown fittings because my designer is from Trinidad, and practicing to portray my gown. However, this experience taught me resilience and the importance of perseverance. Each challenge was an opportunity for growth, and I was grateful for the lessons that I learned along the way. I built a sisterhood with all the girls in the show, and we have a sisterhood even after the show. So I was happy to have this experience.
Now, Amaiya, as you mentioned, sisterhood and, of course, the influence and inspiration of your mother, how important would you say it is to have a support system when it comes to competing in pageants like this and also balancing your daily life?
It is very important to have persons backing you in this journey. And that will help with balancing it in your daily life as well, because you can call them and let them know the thing that you need and things that you need to carry out and to carry you places if you don't drive. Because I don't have my license, so I needed my mother. She was my chaperone for this competition, and I needed her to and fro for this competition. Anything I can call on, I had to call my mom and any other persons who helped me during this journey. And yes, it is very important. I urge anybody who would like to take part in this competition to have a strong background, a strong support system, I should say.
Now, Amaiya, also when it comes to balance, as you mentioned, of course, it's important along with having a support system. You're also in your final year of doing theatre arts. Where did you find the time, or how did you find the time to balance that and the tireless preparations for Ms Tobago Heritage 2024?
Well, currently the semester is closed. Now they are doing summers, and I don't have to do summers, so I'm not doing summers at the moment. So yes, I'm on summer break right now.
Okay, excellent. So when did you start preparing for Ms Tobago Heritage 2024?
Pardon?
When did you start preparing for Ms Tobago Heritage 2024?
From the time that I decided to go up for this competition, I began preparing for it.
So how many months in advance did you have to prepare?
I began preparing in March of this year.
Wow, so quite a few months there that you had to prepare. And of course, one of the things you spoke about is how diligent you were. But we also spoke about your gown. So let's get into the story behind your gown. And of course, you won Best Gown Portrayal at the pageant. Tell us a little bit about the gown, what inspired it, and how you felt in it.
It was inspired by goddess that I had to portray, the Umoja goddess. Sorry, the Orisha goddess. And she was Umoja, the god of the ocean, and her color is blue. So that's what inspired the gown. And the gown was designed by Ronald Guy James out of Trinidad, as I said. And I represented the Orisha goddess. And the gown was inspired by my mom because she came up with the idea that she wanted to see me floating on water. And Mr. Guy put pen to paper and created and brought our vision to life.
The vision was definitely brought to life. Now, one of the things that we noticed in the pictures with the gown is the fact that there seems to be some sort of string holding it up. It seems as though there are some mechanics involved in it. Can you explain what that is?
There was no mechanics involved in it. It was only fiber rods, I believe, that the designer used because during my portrayal, I had no reason to do any mechanics that people thinking that it wasn't as hard as you would assume that to portray the song. It was no mechanics involved.
Understood. Amaiya, how do you intend to use your platform now to inspire the younger generation, especially when it comes to culture?
During my reign, I believe that I would like to convey the message that our cultural heritage is our strength, and it is important to cherish it and preserve it. So I will fulfill my duties by actively engaging with the community, and promoting cultural education and supporting initiatives that preserve and celebrate our heritage. Sorry.
Beautiful. Are there any particular traditions that are close to your heart that you want to ensure live on through the generations?
Tying man. It isn't real, but the idea of tying man, I would like it to live on. Because Les Coteaux is well known for tying man. So if you want to tie all your man, come Les Coteaux.
Let's go back to the pageant for a quick moment. Tell us something, Amaiya. You won People's Choice and you also won Best Gown Portrayal. Were you expecting these wins? Was it something that you were prepared for?
Sorry. I wasn't surprised because in this competition, you have to try your best to be consistent and in all your categories. And I was consistent in every category. I made sure that I topped, even though I didn't win the category, I made sure that all my marks were high up and beyond. And winning People's Choice, honestly, no matter how many persons prompted me that I would have won, I know my mom's influence, and I also know my influence because I am a actor and my mom is a teacher as well. So she has a strong support system in the teaching world, and I also have a strong system in the acting world. And I believe that's what made me win People's Choice. Also, my joyful spirits, the reason, the way that I light up a room. Once I enter a room, everybody knows Amaiya is there, and that's probably why I won People's Choice.
Excellent. Well, congratulations again. Amaiya, tell us, aside from your reign coming up for this year, 2024 and 2025, what do you have on the plate for the future?
Well, as you know, currently I'm pursuing my studies in theatre arts, and in my final year. And when I finish my final year, I would like to continue my studies by doing my master's in marketing, as well as I would like to study special effects makeup because I have a passion for special effects makeup. And I would like to come back to Tobago to create, to polish the image of Tobago as well. Beautiful. In our heritage.
Beautiful. Amaiya, do you have any words of wisdom for those who are aspiring to take part in Ms Tobago Heritage?
I would say to be confident and believe in yourself. Without believing in yourself, nothing is possible. And remember to put God first.
Very important. That is for sure. Amaiya, is there anybody you would like to send greetings to before we wrap our conversation this morning?
Yes, I would like to send greetings to Ms. Giselle Donald Smith and the whole of Tobago. Morning, all you.
Well, Amaiya, wishing you all the best. Congratulations again, and looking forward to seeing you transform and make great waves and positive impact in the community. Have an excellent day.
Thank you, and same to you.